What's that, man? It's your boy, outside, man. A rider's perspective. Ricky Stanicky. Not Ricky Stanicky. By Zac Efron and John Cena, as we see. And as we always do, we have to shout out the movie. Shout out to Amazon. Shout out to John Cena. Shout out to Zac Efron again. I have to say this about this movie. John Cena is the best wrestling actor. I'm sorry, Dave Batista. It has to be said. John Cena has Ricky Stanicky sold me on John Cena being a shrewd actor. If you know John Cena from WWE, he has always been the white meat baby face who does right by the people. You also know him as the rapper who made the song. He played a rapper. Now you see him in multiple different roles, right? You see him at Ricky Stanicky or Big Rod Johnson, which make dick jokes, you know what I'm saying? That's him in this movie. And he played the role so well, so I gotta give him credit for that. I have to give John Cena credit for playing his role in this movie so well that I'm even confused on which side I'm pointing at. My God, I didn't know which way he was going. First off, he pretended to be a businessman. He pretended he was a comedic act. He did the little singing routine in which he shows up as a desperate man trying to do whatever he can to make his money. And Zac Efron is now the adult dad character. I don't know how I feel about him in comedy, though. I don't know how I felt about the comedy. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. But he is now the adult dad in movies. Zac Efron is the adult dad now. It's crazy. But I do want to, I had to start this out by praising John Cena in this movie. I had to. Because his range, even in just this movie, was real great. From the sad parts to the inspirational parts, he did great in all of them. I still need him to see him act in a super serious role, which he kind of is in Fast and the Furious, but I need him in an emotional role, right? I need him in that emotional role to cement it, because Dave Batista did the emotional role. But I just feel like I like John Cena's characters more than I like Batista's. Even though he did do Drax and he did well at Drax, I'm thinking it's still a close race. But right now I do have to watch a movie Dave Batista's, and it might set him back in front. But right now it's slightly above, because I did see him in Doom 2. And Doom 2 he was kind of forgettable because his brother was cooler. It might just be the way it was written, but his brother was way cooler, and his brother felt like he was acting better, and it might overshadow him. So that's that. Was this movie funny? Sorta. It had funny moments, right? I don't think it was like a full-on ha-ha comedy. It was more like ironic comedy, which for me personally might not be the best thing, even though like it's certain things in the movie which we gonna get when I get to the spoiler talk that might have influenced a little more. Did it have a good message? It had an amazing message in this movie. This movie has an amazing message in that you can be who you want to be. And it doesn't have to be fake. We'll go into it later on, but it is. You can be who you want to be. You can follow the gameplay. You can follow the guidelines and be a better person. You don't have to be in that same slump you was always in. Great thing. Now we are at the 3:25 mark. 5 seconds to get off. It's about to be spoilers. It's about to be spoilers. It's about to go down. Okay, spoiler time. The movie started with Zac Efron and his friends. The character Zac Efron playing his friends. Now going out and lying to get to do certain things. We find out later in the movie Little League World Series. They go to the Atlantic City to gamble and have fun. They doing different things because they don't want to be at the baby shower for his best friend, the redhead guy. I forgot his name. I can't think. That's my fault. But they go in there and they keep doing these things, and Ricky Stanicky is always there. Apparently he has testicle cancer and he lost a ball, right? So he's sick, so he can't go, right? So now he's about to lose his other one. And they constantly lie to their wives so they can get out doing things and be irresponsible as they can. So they go to Atlantic City, they meet Big Johnson, Rob Johnson, you know what I'm saying? And he got jokes for him. But he's a drunk. Let's just be real. He's a drunk, he's an alcoholic. He's down on his luck. There's some two guys looking for him. He called big fans. We found out later they just here to give him a summons. I don't want to go over that later, so I'm going to go over it now. Because it's not really that important. It's ironic. But Zac Efron then gives him like this inspirational speech. Like, hey, man, I know you can be a good actor. You can be great, man. I know you down on your luck. You a little drunk. You probably losing your money at this casino. You doing these weird acts. We find out later he's doing like some weird like cat show or dog show, some weird thing like that. And he's like, "You down on your luck? I know you could be great, man." So he's been a nice guy because we find out in this movie that Zac Efron's character is a nice dude. So he like, so Ricky Stennis, he said, "I know you're gonna be a big deal one day." It's inspiring him. John Cena character Ricky, I mean Rob, at this point, gives him his card and say, "I appreciate it. Here's my card. If you need me, call me." Which leads to this whole situation because they get home, the because they have to go home because as they're playing pool, we found out her water broke. He missed his baby being born. People are upset. The black guy Wes wants to tell the truth. He says it's all a lie. Zac Efron character, who we learned out from his childhood, don't want to let people down or want to, so he continues his lies and pretends and lives a fake life when he has a good real life, which is the opposite of Ricky Stanicky, who has a horrible real life, so he creates a fake life. Tells him that he was okay, he was good, and that he just wanted to celebrate because it was 5 years of him not having cancer. This is how long this lie been going on, right? 15 years of this lie, Ricky Stanicky. Even though grandma thinks that Ricky Stanicky, or the mom, thinks Ricky Stanicky is a real guy, how much he been lying about him so long. She just assumed that it was one of the kids he played with when he was younger. Basically what happened. She don't really know if she's not. She just like, oh, that's that kid you played with. It was no kid. So they have to call Rob to play this role, give him the playbook, because they wrote down all the lies they told. So they have a playbook to keep up with the lies, because you can't just lie and not know what you're lying about because you get caught. So now Rob, who's now Ricky Stanicky, is excited. He has an opportunity to prove himself. He has an opportunity to be that guy. So he delves in this character. Him and Wes, I think his name was the black guy, is literally sitting up here, going through the playbook, learning it by heart, and using real world experience. So they go to this party in which his boss and everybody's invited. And Ricky, aka Rob, is now placating, knows the entire playbook, dedicated to it because his friend, Zac Efron character, I'm sorry I'm bad with names in this one, literally told him he could do it. So now he's motivated. He wants he can have a better life because he told him he could. So now he is this character who is this amazing philanthropist over there helping with the Ebola. By the way, his wife figured out it's a lie because Ebola hasn't been in Nigeria Nigeria in years. They have a vaccine now. You know, Ebola is not a huge problem in most modern countries now. So she knew it was a lie right when he told it. Right when he was saying Ricky's going back to help with it. But now he's this philanthropist, author, smart person who's this most giving person ever. And he becomes this character to a degree where Ted, Zac Efron's boss, is impressed with him. Because he even called him out on shit. He was like, hey, you don't know nothing. And then he gave him an example of what he should do. The mom, the mother-in-law of the red hair guy, I can't remember the name. I'm sorry, I do apologize. Was like, oh, I don't believe you're real. Tell me what you would do about this. And he learned something he saw on TV and learned about it. They had the whole situation when he ended up having to circumcise his son because of half circumcision because they drugged the priest because this priest was extra. But they were trying to do this guy who did a wiener commercial because Ricky said, I know that guy, and they had to hide him, but he only knew him from TV, which was hilarious to me. That was a funny moment, and the priest was acting up. The priest was saying some wild things. So essentially they get it done, they pay him his money, they give him extra. He like, hey, all right, Rob, you did good. It's Ricky. Because at this point, he's really involved in this character. And we find out that Ricky's going, Ted hires Ricky. He calls him, hits him up, hires him. And some of the lies that he's told, he's like, I saw you had a 3-day vacation. It was with Wes. Because he lies a lot. So they were like, you was recruiting Ricky. You gave us this star who might not be experienced, but he got the juice. And essentially Ricky makes Ted and everybody else's lives better, gives them opportunity to do things. They want to work with this other group, which at that party, he mentions your old school structure. They are new school idea, and y'all need to come together and work it out. So, of course, he hired Ricky. They get panicked because Aaron got to do a report on Ricky because he's this heroic person, right? At this point, we find out later that, like I said, she knew. And essentially, we go through this thing, and they have this thing, and they trying to get him to go home, and he won't. They're panicked because he's gonna lie, and everything gonna be exposed because Ricky really has no story. And then we learn about a little more about Zac Efron's character from West, who actually tells him, "Listen, I know your dad broke your arm when he was little, and ever since then you've been lying because you don't want to feel you want to create a fake perfect life where everything you do is this. So you're a good dude, but you lie to protect yourself, or you don't just tell people what you want." Which we also learned that he went to all these places that even Erin would want to go. His girlfriend, she would want to go. So we find out Erin also still did the story, but did it where he looked good. Simply because Ricky told this amazing story and used, I don't know if y'all noticed, some of the lines that he told him earlier in the show to inspire him. And it worked out perfect because Ricky did everything perfect. My guy Rob was perfect. He changed his life around and became this other guy who was a better version of himself. No more drunk, no more that. And then you see that he kind of really became Ricky's Stanicky. As you saw in the end of the movie, if you, they did like drives to clean up the ponds and rivers and stuff. And that's the good message in the movie. You don't have to become somebody else, but you can be a better version of you. Which I thought was a great part of the movie. Let me know what y'all thought about the movie. That was a quick overview of the whole movie. Let me know everything you like. Anything I missed, put it in the comments. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. We will be back with a more detailed BMF, Shogun, all those shows with my boy Uniqo Williams. Uniqo Williams. So go to his channel, follow him too. As y'all can see, I'll Be That News. We got coverage of all the news articles, not just film. We got that too. Overall 99 Media, we got Make It Make Sense, which was a great episode this week. We talked about Quite the Storm. And we talked about the Kendrick Lamar diss track to Drake. All kind of good stuff on the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Deuces.